Well, hello, DCL podcast fans. It's Steve, and with me today are Christy and Chris. How you guys doing?
Hi.
Pretty good.
Do you guys got big plans for Thanksgiving this year?
Eating all the food.
Maybe even being a little bit active.
Really? What would you do, Chris, to be active?
Well, sometimes on Thanksgiving, people run 5Ks or 10Ks, and I have done that before. Although, I do always see funny memes where it's like, never marry into a family that runs 5Ks on Thanksgiving. So
That's
I do
brilliant.
think that it is a very special type of person to do that, but that special type of person is me.
Well, there you go. Well, we'd like to announce, and I think it's been out there a little bit, but we are teaming up again with Brian and Sam over at the DCL Duo and Derek and Doug over at Rope Chop Radio to sponsor a virtual 5K this Thanksgiving.
Woohoo!
So kind of the same thing as the Quarantine Key for those of you who ran. I know there's a lot of runners out there that follow our show. I know that our Turkey K or Turkey Trot or whatever it's called has been canceled this year. Chris, I know you've run one in the past. Christy, I can't remember, but is anything going on where you guys are? Do you know?
I don't know if they're still going. I doubt it. I don't know, though.
Chris?
Yeah, the one in Burbank is like the biggest one in LA, and it is virtual this year.
And the good thing about this one is, Christy, what's the price on this?
$0.
Because it's
included.
it's included
Oh my gosh.
as a listener of one of these three podcasts. So, Chris, why don't you tell everybody what they can do again to join in the festivities and fun?
We don't want to be ableist here on the DCL podcast. If you are like, listen, I'm not a runner, great, that's cool. You don't have to be a runner. If you just want to walk a 5K, just so you know, 5K is 3 miles. If you're like, I'm not walking 3 miles, I will say for all of you that if you go to the theme parks or if you go to any type of Disney area and you look at like your step count at the end of the day, you will be surprised how far you walk in these theme parks. I feel like my record is somewhere around like 40,000 steps or 50,000 steps in a day at a theme park. So I think you can get it. But that being said, if you're like, no, not for me, don't worry. You can do it across like the whole month of November. You can walk like, a quarter mile or an eighth of a mile a day or whatever feels right for you. But it's your chance to sort of get out, be active, do something with this community. And Steve, I think this particular one, we are sort of raising awareness about a specific topic, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be tied in with Autism on the Seas. It's a great nonprofit organization that works with families whose kids or adults are on the autism spectrum. And you can find out more about them by going to Brian and Sam's podcast, the DCL Duo. And on episode 26, they talk with somebody from Autism on the Seas. Just a great organization which helps families with autistic kids and adults to be able to go out and cruise and enjoy their vacations. So I highly encourage you to go over and check out that episode if you haven't listened to it yet. So, Christy, when can people do this, or when are we doing this?
The week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the week of Thanksgiving. Exactly.
So anytime during that week. And this is American Thanksgiving if you live in another country, but you can still participate. Although I think prizes, if any of the podcasts are doing prizes, I believe they are being mailed to the continental United States.
Yeah. And how do people kind of post their pictures of themselves out there having fun and doing their 5K, Christy?
Yeah, so you're going to use the hashtag TurkeyLurkey5K, and that's turkey, so spell turkey, and then lurkey is Lurkey. So you can think of lurkey, castaway key, but with the actual key. 5K.
So Brian did some research on this, and Turkey Lurkey is actually, and I need to go back and look at it. I kind of forget, but it was actually one of the characters in a Walt Disney cartoon back in like the 30s or 40s. So
yeah, he mentioned something like that.
yeah, so
that's awesome.
That's where the Turkey Lurkey comes from. So okay, so once again, overall, get out there for those of you interested. Join us, have a little bit of fun the week of Thanksgiving, and when you get your run in, I'll probably be running. We'll probably run in the morning of Thanksgiving to get out there and get some fresh air. Unless it's pouring down rain, then maybe we'll do it the day before. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But do the hashtag Turkey Lurkey 5K. Post it on our site, on Twitter. Tag the DCL podcast, Rope Drop Radio, or the DCL Duo. Let's have some fun together. And I think, Christy, you got a couple things that you'll give out.
Yeah, so we're going to do a drawing for people who have tagged the DCL podcast and that will include a luggage tag and a Disney keychain. So, and that will get mailed out at some point. So we'll announce the winner and then we'll make sure that gets mailed out to you, which is exciting. If you are posting to Facebook, just make sure that you post it on our Facebook page. And so that way we can see it. Because otherwise we won't be able to necessarily see that hashtag. But anywhere else, you can tag us and the hashtag on Instagram or Twitter. So that'll help us be able to see those.
Perfect. And besides this quick little episode, we'll make sure that on our Facebook page and Twitter, as it gets closer, we'll make sure we kind of get this information out as well. So any final thoughts before go ahead, Christy.
Yeah. And the one other thing is that Brian of the DCL Duo designed a t-shirt, which you don't have to purchase, but you can. And all the proceeds of that are going to benefit the Autism on the Seas. And what's also cool is that Brian and Sam are matching the donations, I believe, and so is his work. And so if you wanted, I'm pretty sure this would be allowed, you can make a direct donation if you decided you didn't want a t-shirt to the Autism at Seas, and then just either email it to me or email it right to Brian, and I will make sure they get it if you decide to email me the receipt, and then they can use that as the proceeds for the Turkey Lurkey.
Perfect. So I guess as we get out of here, and I'll make sure that I put that a link to get the t-shirts. It's 3T Public. I've seen it. It's actually pretty cool. So I need
super cute.
Yeah. So I need to order mine this week. Anyways, as we get out of here, any final thoughts about the Turkey Lurkey, you guys, or just running in general? Chris, any advice for anybody getting out there?
All I'll say is that I never ran a day in my life before like 2 years ago, so it's possible to do it if you want to. I will also say that right now during quarantine, which continues to ruin every day of 2020, this is a great way to get out and do something fun. So that's sort of why we're back in it, because why not? We can't go on the ships, so we might as well get out into our neighborhoods.
Christy, any final thoughts?
No, just, something to think about that week is any extra movement is really good for your body. So obviously talk to a doctor if you need to. But like, even if you're consciously thinking, okay, I'm only going to walk a block 15 times this week, but I didn't walk a block at all last week. That is just extra good for your body. And so you can still be doing something for your health that isn't a whole 5K or not even all at once. So you can track it and do it over time, and just the benefits for your body are really important. So something to keep in mind.
Definitely. Well, I hope all of you out there will join us and have a little bit of fun, kind of a community thing to get together. And like you said, Chris, put a little brightness in 2020 where there's so many negative things, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to seeing everybody's posts and pictures as you get out there and run the Turkey Lurkey 5K this year. So with that being said, we'll get out of here and we will see you out on the road. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Christy.
We have to get the rights to the Turkey Lurkey song from the musical Promises, Promises.
That might be outside our budget.
It's Turkey Lurkey time.
Well, I'll let you work on that, and we'll if we get that done, we'll get it out in another post.
All right.
So, all right. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you on the podcast, and we'll see you Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye.